Hello everybody, welcome back to YouTube channel, Retro Bear, the Retro Bear. There is only one Retro, which is like a line under the Retro Bear. Here we are once again in the post-Eurovision gaming pantry. Thank you very much indeed for your time and clicking on this video to see what it's all about. This is a donation video, not a pickups video, a donations video. And I'll explain a bit more as I go along with quite a bit of stuff to get through, as always. Great to have you back here, thank you again. If you are here for the first time, thank you very much indeed for seeing what it's all about. And if you are back here again, thank you very much indeed. David sends his regards, and also Wonderboy on the Master System. This is Wonderboy the Dragon's Trap, I believe. It's got some beautiful music in it. It's got some absolutely... I love the music in this game, really do. But yes, we've got that running in the back, the Space Invaders t-shirt on, because we're Retro Bear. We're using natural sunlight. There's a big black cloud over there, so we'll have to see how it goes. But there's no danger of the sun streaming through, which is quite good. Now, I hope you're well. That's nice. Pepsi Max Cherry. We've done special offer. This is why I've had it. So what we got here, it's a donations are not an unusual thing. I've been so lucky that so many people have sent me, you know, bits and pieces over the past sort of 12 months, and even going back to my sort of early sort of days of YouTube, sort of first 8 months or so, you know, people did sort of send me a couple of things then. But this one was like, wow. I mean, hopefully you'll see what I mean all about it. It was actually a regular viewer, Jagsy 2007. I did say I'd mention him, and he contacted me on a video for a couple of probably end of April, I think it was, maybe beginning of May. And he just sent a message saying, "Oh, I've got some stuff here you might be interested in, which I'll explain in a second, and if you want it, I'll send it to you, and I don't want anything for it." Now, I've since contacted him and sort of said, look, you know, I'm trying to sort something out on this, so you'll probably see why. But yeah, so I wasn't quite sure what arrived, and then sort of this turned up. Giant box. Arguably the biggest box I think I've ever had come through from anything I've bought, possibly anything that comes close to that. Well, you know, anything I've bought off a YouTuber or anything anybody sent me from YouTube. I've bought obviously packages bigger than that, but this is just like, wow. I know it was just the box that kept on surprising. So there is an awful lot of stuff here to go through. I'm going to try and crack through it as quickly as I possibly can without wanting to take too much. Again, thank you so much indeed, James. I did send you an email last week about sort of sorting out some sort of payment for you. I haven't heard back from you yet, so if you are watching, please do get in contact with me and let me know. You've got the email address anyway. Wow, where do we start with this? It's going to be, we got some DS stuff, there's some Xbox, and there's some Wii stuff. I think that's it. Where do we start? We'll start with this because I'm absolutely fascinated by this, and I should have checked this before I started the blooming video. In the box, I wasn't expecting this at all, was one of these. Now this is from research I've done on it. This is a Thrustmaster Madonna Ferrari wheel for the original Xbox, because it's got that little sort of pad on there. Research on on the internet, you know, the internet's very useful for things like this, tells me it may possibly be missing a standoff there, because I mean that's quite difficult to sort of you can't clamp it onto anything. And I'm pretty sure there was a model that came out for the 360. I'm pretty sure had some sort of stand so you could balance it on your sort of lap like that. So you can't see it, but balance it sort of there. So put that on your lap, and you drive, use the wheel. Now this has got a flappy panel gearbox, which you probably see there, and on that side as well. Now again, from the box I've seen on eBay, this sort of controls the gear changes and the sort of speed and the braking, I think. So I don't think there are actually any pedals for this one. I think the 360 version and the PlayStation 2 version have got pedals, but I don't see there's a connection for pedals. So I think it's pretty much, apart from the stand, probably pretty much complete. But that's great. I've never had a wheel for the Xbox, even when I had one originally. So this is brilliant, because I've got loads of racing games for it. So you know, this is fantastic. I can play Colin McRae's, I can play Forza, the original Forza game. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's really good. And it's got, I think it's like a force feedback, so, you know, it's got sort of clicks back into position. You can see that there. But I've got a wheel. We've got a Logitech, which we USB for the PlayStation 3 we had when Mrs. Bear was spending a lot of time driving around Spa and Le Mans really badly. But yeah, this is absolutely fascinating. So I'm absolutely fascinated by this. I'm absolutely thrilled to have it. This is brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. That was in there. So hopefully that will work. And it's got the connector on the end of it, which is very, very important, because those of us know how these Xbox controllers work. That means it should sort of come apart and plug into something, I think, anyway. Yes, it does. So that's great. So absolutely delighted to get that. So a steering wheel. I used to laugh at steering wheels at car boot sales and things like that, because they used to be everywhere and people just couldn't get rid of them quickly enough. What else was in there? This one's pretty much standard, really. So many of these knocking around. This is a Disney Infinity portal for the now defunct Disney Infinity game. So there's one of those in there. There's also a USB to USB cable. You don't need to see all this, do you? I'm just getting a bit silly now. Inside the box there was some DS games. There's 5 in total. What I've done, I've sorted all these out, because there are some things in here that I've already got. So what I'll get to what I'm doing with those afterwards. And there are some stuff in here. There's things in here which I haven't got. These are things I haven't got. So we've got on the Nintendo DS, because I bought DS games for ages because I don't know where to put them. So we've got Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut. I've got this game on the Wii. I know a lot of people like the old Broken Sword games. So it's all complete with the manual, and I think there's the back of the box for you as well. Also got, and again, it's another game, game series I've never played before. And this is Professor Layton and the Curious Village. It's also the prequel to the game where he discovers he has an STD, which is called Professor Layton and the Curious Burning Sensation. And there's all complete on the inside. So again, lovely. And I will be keeping these, because I've never played them before. So I shall be putting these into my stash, hoard, whatever you want to call it. Sim Animals, which is a game I've also got on the Wii. I've got Sim Animals and Sim Animals Africa. This one, does it have the manual? No, this one is actually without the manual. It's got a couple of safety devices. Safety manual, but no actual manual for that one. Got the cartridges in there. Make sure the cartridge is the right one, you see this. Didn't check any of those. Yeah, that's Animal Simulator. And then finally another Animal Simulator. Again, this was missing the manual. This is Zoo Tycoon DS. There is a sequel, this one, the imaginatively titled Zoo Tycoon 2. But yes, so if I want to actually run my own zoo in my spare time, then there we go. So they were in there. So there's 4 DS games. Fantastic. Really good. Now, let's do this one, because this is the stuff that, these are the items that I've already got, and I've sort of filtered all these out. But I just wanted to show it's actually going to be a mixture of both. When I agreed to, when Jagsy got in contact with me and said, "Do you want some of this stuff?" He said, "I think I've got one of these. I've got one of these certainly, which you can have." And it's this, which is now the reason I'm holding it, because it's heavy. It's not because there's an Xbox in there. Don't think there's an Xbox in there. This is a obviously box for the original Xbox. What is good to know is that, which I can't point to it, but you'll see it there if I just do that. There, it does say it contains Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future. Now that is the original Xbox pack that I bought years and years ago, because this is my still original Xbox emulator running in the background. I'll just give you a quick once over. I mean, it is obviously a box which is showing its age a little bit, but you expect that to be for something which is over 20 years old. There's the back of the box. Oh, the reason it's so heavy is there's stuff inside it, which I'm going to sort of eliminate. This bit damage at the top. That's fine. So I've got this now, so I can actually put one of my Xboxes in here and keep the box, which is fantastic. This is the whole point in sort of having, being so interested. This was, oh yeah, great. I'd love a box to keep my original Xbox in, because at the moment I've got one sitting loose, I've got nowhere for it. It's a big bugger. No inserts or anything with it, but again, I ain't fussed about that. I've just got a box to stick it in, which is absolutely fantastic. So I honestly thought I was going to get in this and anything else that you could find. We are still nowhere near into it because it's full of stuff. Wow. Yeah, there's all sorts in here. I forgot they were in there as well to talk about it. Let's go through. I'll just have to sort of. Oh, shit. Sorry, all your ears all right? It's my microphone thing falling out my pocket. My goodness me. That's good. It's going to do it a lot of good, that, isn't it? You know, keep dropping things. Don't drop the microphone thing because it's very expensive. Oh, I can see why I've dropped it. It's wrapped around the chair arm. Right, next. So there's a lot of some stuff in here I've already got, some stuff I haven't, so I was going to pull things out and just sort of pod expression and just show you what we got. So this one I have got already, picked this up a few months ago. This is the Mysterious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on the DS. So there we can see, again, all complete on the inside. I did show this one off a few weeks ago, months ago actually now, because it's probably, Christ, when was this? When I bought all that DS stuff, was it last lockdown or something? I don't know. Disney Infinity figures, because there was a Disney Infinity thing there, so I thought, well, these came with it as well. So we've got Princess Jasmine from Aladdin. The whole new world, that game. We've got somebody from Frozen. I'm sure somebody better placed, you know, someone like Retro Red Steve or you know, somebody like that would have had to tell me who that is. Because it might be Anna, it might be Elsa, I don't know, because Elsa's there as well, or is that Anna? I don't know. Can you see that there? Probably not, maybe better against the t-shirt. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it's one of the princesses from Frozen. And these are great because I haven't got any of these, so it's good. In amongst that one, it's quite strange to find. We find that's Stitch, is it, from Lilo and Stitch? These figures are great. I've always said these figures have been brilliantly put together, and that then spot another conversation with Mrs. Bear is, you are not collecting Disney Infinity figures. I'm not going to collect Disney Infinity figures. I don't want to collect Disney Infinity figures. I think they look great. But people do collect them just for that. And then finally we've got the red-headed girl from Brave, whose name I can't remember, although I've seen that film at least twice. But again, lovely figurine work there. Obviously the bow and arrow, which is sort of like bendy parts, are still in good condition. And there was also one of the power discs to go with it as well. I wish I could tell you the character's name, but I can't. Elspeth. Should we just call her Elspeth? She's from Scotland. I apologise to anybody who's from Scotland or called Elspeth for obviously generalising you as Scottish. So they came with that as well. That's lovely. Also in there as well was a Xbox 360 chat pad. I've only seen one of these. I've only seen the PlayStation 3 chat pad, and Mrs. Bear had one all those years ago. But also in there was another 360 chat pad, but also a 360 controller. Now this is great because I've only got one for my 360. It's a black one. I think it's in pretty good work. Thumbstick, this one feels at the top left feels a little bit worn. It might require, but certainly I'll get Mrs. Bear to have a look at this. But yeah, I mean, you know, obviously got the original battery pack on the pack there, but you know, the right trigger button feels a bit funny, but the other ones feel okay. But yeah, so well, you know, for being sent something donated, I'm obviously thrilled to do it. There's also a couple of spare thumbsticks in there, which I think it says original Xbox on the back, but I'm pretty sure you might be able to get them in there. I'm guessing so. That one definitely does look knackered, but I'll get Mrs. Bear to have a look at that and see if she can work her magic on it. So yeah, that was in there. I was like, wow, this is the box which keeps on giving. There's some loose discs in here as well. Now these ones here, I'm gonna be, that is sort of start the stuff I'm gonna be sort of looking to sort of do. Well, what I'm planning on doing with this stuff, again, just want to be sort of completely clear about this and not sort of, you know, sort of say I'm trying to move it on for profit, whatever. Obviously, I've mentioned it 3 or 4 times. Chris Gaming Grandad's doing this thing for, you know, trying to get people to send stuff for the Stroke Association. My good friend Retro Kitty's putting together a box for Chris, which he's got some stuff I've already given him. And he's also been speaking to our friends at Vintage Gamer in Colligate, and they've given him stuff to send to Chris as well. So whatever I'm sort of indicating as a doubles here that I don't need, I'll be passing these to Kit, and then he'll be sending them down to Chris Gaming Grandad for him to sort of sell on and make some money for the Stroke Association. So what I'm about to show you now is all going to go, his stuff unfortunately I've already got, but I'm going to be donating it to Kit to donate to charity, and we'll try and do it that way. I've got some loose discs there which I'm not going to move on because I don't think they're any good to Chris, but I know somebody will have those. I'll keep those to one side. So the games I got, which were sent through to me, and again there are quite a lot here, so I'm going to try and whiz through these very, very quickly. Hulk, the majority of this is all Xbox stuff. You'll know when it's not. Again, complete with manual, all in good condition. Again, just so many games in this box, it was fantastic. We've got Prince of Persia 2 Thrones. Again, manual. And again, I will probably just go through, make sure the discs are in condition if I've got a resurfacer I can use, which try and make sure they're in best condition possible to send through. We've got Forza Motorsport. Great games in here. I mean, those, certainly Prince of Persia, fantastic looking game. Forza, I played this a few weeks back on the Xbox. It looks, I still think it looks pretty good, even all these years later. This one I picked up at Birmingham Game Market last year because I'd never seen it before, and I've now come across it quite often. And this is Thief Deadly Shadows. And again, it's got some bump in there as well. Oop, a blurring there. There's a blurring. There's blurring there. Oh, I don't know. Can't work these things out. We've got the obligatory Tiger Woods 06 PJ Tour. You've seen a Tiger Woods game before, but I'll just show you. Everything's in there. Can you handle the pressure? Not today. It's Sunday. Showed this one off in a short video I did a few weeks back, one of the worst uninspired Xbox covers there were, and this is it. This is Virtual Pool Tournament Edition. Wow, a long night at the office coming up with that one. Looks virtually untouched, which is hardly surprising because it's a pool game. Chalk up. Xbox Classics. This is Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Pretty sure most people have got one. That does have the Classics disc with it as well. Again, that's always interesting because sometimes you find they've got the original game disc in there, not the Classics disc. You've been stung by that. Previously, another Tiger Woods game, 2005. Little damage to the box on that one. It's been into game at some point, which is probably why it's damaged. Project Gotham Racing, lovely copy of that one if the game wasn't so common for the Xbox. It'd be worth holding on to. But again, fantastic game series. PGRs 1 to 4, love them. Right, more Xbox stuff. We've got now the Italian Job LA Heist, based on the 2003 blockbuster from Paramount. Anybody who saw it will argue that immensely, as the fact that they should have left the Italian Job alone. Get in, get out, get even. Another long night at the office. What film can we remake next? They never blew the bloody doors off either, which is really disappointing. A 360 game, this is Ninja Blade. Isn't this interesting that I came into possession of this a few days after Pete Fighter sent me a manual for mine because I was missing a copy. Had I hung on a couple of days, I'd have got a manual for it, but there we go. Ninja Blade, that's on the 360. Some people don't like that game at all. I've yet to play it. This, along with the Portal, will be going down to Chris, and that's Disney Infinity 2.0, because I've already got this on the Wii U. So I'm going to keep the figures. But the Portal will go with it, because I've already got a Portal, so not much use for putting me holding onto that one. What have we got here? Somebody's a little bit tidying them up and clean them a little bit, so hopefully they'll work out and they'll look all right. This is Need for Speed Underground. Got a CEX sticker at the top there. No manual with this one, sadly. I've already got that one, so Need for Speed Underground. Again, big fan of the Need for Speed series, so this is ideal for me. We've got a classics game. This is Moto Gp think there's 3 of these on the Xbox. I think I've got all 3 of them on the original label versions as well. There we go. Now I show the insides because I've been told you should have the insides because they're modern games. Tucker Race Driver 2. Can't remember if this is one with a storyline or not. I think that's 3. I think it's Tucker 3 with a storyline. Again, manual complete. There we go. Again, great racing game developed into the what's it series? Colin McRae's Dirt series, I think that's what they came to. GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Jeez. All complete. Again, there's not a lot of things here which I mean if you've got a collection as basic as mine on the Xbox stuff, a lot of this stuff is pretty much common. But you never know, somebody might want one. This is the classics version of Project Gotham Racing, but it has the original black disc in it. So it's not the classics disc in there; it's the real one. I'll show you that earlier, so I'm not going to dilly-dally too much on that one. Classic version of Halo 2, which I think everybody must have a copy of. If you have an Xbox, you haven't got a copy of Halo 2. Do we really need to see any more? Say any more than that? I don't know. Gun, underrated Western type game. And it's got someone's name written on that one. Ooh. It's also got the Activision card in there as well. But yeah, I think this is again, it's a game which people do sort of talk about, and I think it's slightly underrated. Got overshadowed by the old Red Dead Revolver. It's slightly different games, really. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon on classics. I didn't know it's a classics version. I've pretty much got all the Tom Clancy games for the Xbox. And again, this is a original. Oh, no, it's not. It's a classics. Shut up, Mr. Bear. This is the classics disc as well. Another copy of Gun. I'm just going to show you very, very quickly. There we go. There might be a couple of other doubles in here which you may have seen already. Time Splitters 2 classics version. Now I do have this, and also I do have the classics version. Slightly disappointing. I think it's probably along with the Wii, probably the collection I've got the least amount of re-releases for. Another copy of Project Gotham Racing. That's the 3rd one in this lot now. This one does have the classics disc inside though, so if you're after the classics version with the classics disc, I know some people do cover variants and case variants. There is a complete copy there, but again, that game is just so common. You'd probably like to have got it anyway. What have we got here? There's some sellotape on the front of that. I'll just peel that off very, very quickly. There, it looks an awful lot better now. Finding Nemo. Talking about Disney earlier, a lot of Disney in this video. There's the back of it. That turtle, great film, of course. And this one does have a broken box, not the greatest box, but it does have the manual and the disc as well. Everything in working order. That pile's getting higher. I hope it doesn't fall over. Dead or Alive 3. For all your beat 'em up needs. This one, it isn't an official original Xbox box, but everything is complete in there. Got the manual in there. Nice thick manuals. Also got one of those lovely Xbox catalog, game catalogues in there as well. And also the technical services numbers. Dead or Alive 3. Don't like fighting games, but I don't mind Dead or Alive for some reason. I don't know why. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. Breathe. One of the longest game titles ever, I'm pretty sure of it. I said it's probably about 10 to 14 Tom Clancy games for the Xbox. Enter the Matrix. Two Matrix games, Enter the Matrix and the other one that I can't remember. We've also got another copy of Dead or Alive 3, but this is the classics version. But it does contain the original disc, the original black label disc. How is it these things end up? I just don't know how these things, unless these two have got mixed up for some other reason. Nope, they're exactly the same. I'm not sure how this happens. I sort of end up sort of in the wrong boxes. I really have absolutely no idea. 5 to go in this, 5 or 6 to go in this. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings, Classics Edition. Does have manual and disc. Disc is the Classics. It's a cover variant that I think too many people are going to be missing. What we've got here, 187 Ride or Die. I'll pick that up, I think, certainly in the last 6 months or so. I haven't bought many Xbox games recently, but that's another one. We've got here, another Xbox Classics. This is Project Gotham Racing 2. Which is a game which keeps eluding me because I can never get it with the black disc, the proper disc. Every disc I seem to get has got the classics version in it. Even, well, I thought the last time I bought it was actually turned out to be classics disc in a normal box. There's a Wii game in here, which I've already got, which is a Medal of Honor Heroes 2. There we go, Medal of Honor Hero 2. Actually, both Medal of Honor games for the Wii are very, very good indeed. This one and Medal of Honor, where are you? Oh, I need to turn around the other way. Oh, bugger. Vanguard. Yes, Vanguard's the other one. Very good games. Very good games. 2 here to go. Another copy of GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Do I need to show you that? I'll just show you the fact it's complete on the inside. There's the back of the box. We showed it already. And the last one in this box, this all that stuff all going to charity. The Herb Sims in the City, with music by the Black Eyed Peas. New music for the Black Eyed Peas. There can't be many more scarier sentences in the English language than that. And there we go. So all those, like I said, are going to be going onto Retro Kit, and he'll sort them out, and then he'll send that stuff on with the other stuff he's already got to Chris at Gaming Grandad for his charity, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to quickly move everything around, so I'm just going to turn the camera off. I should be back in a second with the last bit of this mega donation from Jagsy 2007. I will see you on the flip side. Yeah, don't go too far away. Now we have 5 seriously rather good PlayStation 2 game covers. We've got this one here called Budgingay Swords Master, and this has got a really imaginative cover. A sword, some red hair, some Japanese writing, and it's a 505 game. Can't say better than that. Hurdy-gurdy, giant bear, small boy, furry creature. Funny title. Looks like a really good game to play. Primal. Now, what a great cover that is. As you can see, there's a giant sort of beast. There's a mysterious city. There's another sword, and there's a tattoo. Now, why would you not want to play that? Looks really, really interesting. This one I'm picking more because of the fact that not so much that cover, which is the steelbook version, but this one here, this really sort of atmospheric, creepy cover, which was on the front of the release, and also on the Wii one as well. And finally, Total Overdose, Man with Guns, Pretty Lady, and Poirot. What more could you want? Right, welcome back. Oh, I should have done that before I press play or record or whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, if you were with us for the first part, our intrepid hero was unboxing a load of stuff been sent to him by one of my YouTube viewers, Jagsy 2007, which was initially meant to be starting life as an empty box for the original Xbox, but turned into a big donation of stuff, and we've done bits and pieces. This is fantastic. So this is the last bit of it in here, and everything I'm going to show you here is going to go into my collection. And I've never seen one of these, but has anybody ever seen one of these? Because I think this is brilliant. This is an Xbox bag. Look at it. And I've never ever seen one of these before. You can see it's there. It's got a giant strap with it to go over your shoulder, and it's got a couple of clips on the front. Now, this is, I presume, it's ideal. I say ideal because it's not ideal, because it's what I think it's for. Of sort of transporting your Xbox around. Look, there's games in it. Now, I've moved these. They weren't in here originally, but you see, you've got a sort of a little pocket there. So I'm just trying to try and focus. A little pocket there for putting cables and things in, and then you've got this giant sort of section here in the middle, which I guess is where you put your Xbox in. It's quite sturdy. This is quite thickly built. There's a sort of a zip on the front there as well. Put other stuff in there. It's just brilliant. I mean, that is superb, isn't it? I can now put both my Xboxes away, to the delight of Mrs. Bear, and keep everything neat and tidy. But isn't that fantastic? So that was in there. So, and it's got a little handle on the top. Looks like it's been used as well, because I think that's you've had some use out of it. But I wasn't expecting that. But that is absolutely superb, like an Xbox satchel. But yeah, if you know the weight of the original Xbox, the last thing you want to do is carrying it around. It's bad enough taking it off the shelf and put it on the floor. It's that heavy. But yeah, so I mean, absolutely superb to get that. So that's brilliant. Now, I've put some stuff in here. Like I said, there was a load of games in this box. This is the stuff in here which I'm keeping, which is going to go into my collection. Basically because it's stuff I haven't got. There's quite a few as well. And again, there's all sorts in here. It's not just Xbox original. Most of it's Xbox original, but there are some other items in here as well. I've already shown you the 4 DS games. Let's show you the couple of other items which aren't Xbox related. Firstly, I've got Need for Speed The Run on the Wii, which, if my memory serves me correctly, sadly it doesn't have the manual, but my memory serves me correctly, this is the last Need for Speed game I'm missing on the Wii. So it's not a particularly expensive game to pick up, it's not particularly difficult to track down, but I haven't got this one, so that's going to go into my collection. Brilliant to get that one. The other one, which was really... there's a MegaDrive game here. MegaDrive game. F-22 Interceptor. Now, it hasn't got the hang tab on the top. And it sadly is missing the manual, although it just had the registration card. But yeah, so a MegaDrive game. Fantastic. Some flight simulator action. I've got a couple of flight simulators. I've got LHX Attack Chopper, I think. Yes, I have. So yeah, so those two were in there. Also, as well, there's there's a couple of empty boxes. One here which I'm going to use for something else, and then one here which is a Simpsons Road Race. Sadly, no box, no disc or manual this one, but I can now try and track down a loose copy of that. But yeah, I mean that's in good condition. There it is there. So I'm going to keep that one. There's another box here which I'm going to use for something else, which I didn't need. And then the rest of this is all original Xbox. Let's try and keep ducking out a shot here, so I'll try and sit up. There's some loose discs in here as well. If we do the loose discs first, Mr. Bear. Yes, let's do the loose discs, shall we? Some loose discs in here. And again, this is just like the box that just kept on giving. So what have we got here? So, loose disc boys. If I can get them out of the packet. So we've got here, this is... I'm not sure, it's not sure there's an abbreviation after it. This is Guilty Gear X2. You probably can't see that very well. Is that there? Guilty Gear X2. It's a fighting game, actually not my sort of thing. Also, which I don't think I've got. Have I got this on the PlayStation 2? Looks over my shoulder. No, I haven't. So this is Urban Chaos. So... I said these are ones I'm going to be keeping, so I don't have these, so I can now go around and try and find some empty boxes and some manuals, or just manuals actually, because I might have a few boxes now I can sort of keep spare, green boxes, or I can just go and buy some cheap Xbox games and just use the boxes and keep them for things like that. Anyway, that's over there. What have we got here? I've never even heard of this game. This was tucked in with another game, and this is Whacked, which I've never heard of. Anybody knows anything about that game, do let me know. And a game which I have got on the PlayStation 2, this is Just Cause. So, couple of games going in there, so again I'll keep an eye out for manuals and box art and things like that. A couple more Xbox games, and there's a couple of Wii games for a show. This one which I picked up on the PlayStation 2. I know I've got this on PlayStation 2. Tell me I've got this on PlayStation 2 without having looked at every single one. I'm sure I got it from Dainster. I'm sure I did. Ages ago. Yes, the Sonic Mega Seed Mega Collection Plus. Yes, I did. Got it off in Birmingham Market a couple of years ago. And then this one, which is going to make everybody laugh. But I haven't got this one. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I don't have that one either. So that one, again, going into that there. But again, lovely to find that. A couple of Wii games as well. And a couple of crackers, really. We've got Wii Sports Resort. Which I do have. I've got both of these anyway. And we've got Wii Sports. So there we go. So yeah, so they were loose in there, so I'm going to keep hold of those. Why am I going to keep hold of those Wii games? Just in case I find an empty box for them, just every now and again. People do copies of Wii Sports knocking about. Right, what have we got then? So this is the rest of the stuff. This is all the Xbox stuff. It's probably about 15 games, 10, 15 games, something like that maybe. So we've got Wings of War, which I have seen in the shops a few times, but I've walked past and sort of left there. Wings of War, lovely. And this will probably take me past. It will probably take me close to, if not past, 300 Xbox games, which I'm really thrilled about. I didn't think I've got as many as that. Mashed, Drive to Survive. No manual with this one, sadly, but again, manuals can be tracked down. That's going to fail the click test, that box, I'm afraid. The click test. Boy, that Music Magpie stuff sure got old quick, didn't it? Big Mother Truckers. No one buys some Music Magpie now, have you noticed that? I've sold all them shares I got off Tarquin. Sold them while the prices were high. There we go. Oh, they've run out of games. Everybody's bought all the games they need and they just don't need any more now. This one was really good. It's missing the slipcover, because there is a slipcover, but this is the limited collector's edition of Doom 3. I've already got this. I'll show you the back. That's rather good, that cover, isn't it? Look at that. Really, really good. I've already got this in the sort of the standard version, but yeah, it's lovely looking on the inside as well. Look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, I need to find a slipcase for that one as well, but that's lovely. There weren't that many. So there was obviously Halo 2, I think, but there weren't that many. Yeah, automatically I think you're going to say, oh, it's a Retro Bear game. Yes, it's Hello Kitty's Roller Rescue. With the free gift inside, which sadly is no longer there. I've got no idea what the free gift was. Am I missing out drastically? Probably not. There we go. Well, I've got this on PlayStation 2. What's it? There's two in there. It's this Hello is Roller Rescue and the other one. What's the other one called? Oh, is it Roller Rescue? It is Roller Rescue. We got aliens to fight. Yeah, bonkers game that. This one I've never even heard of. Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. Never even heard of it. Sadly, again without the manual on that one. True power cannot be contained. So they say. Man, it's like a tip in here. I'm doing filming two videos today, and there's just stuff everywhere. It's horrendous. What have we got here? Disney Extreme Skate Adventure, which again I've never heard of before. But look like it's got The Lion King, Toy Story, and Tarzan in it. Skate like a pro. Skates 12 different characters from Pixar's Toy Story 2, The Lion King, and Tarzan. And it does have the manual, and also an Activision reply thing. But yeah, never heard of this one before. You can see there's Woody, and then there's that gorilla from Tarzan, and there's the warthog. In fact, he's got his little friend on there, so I can call them Timon and Pumbaa. So I can never remember which one's which. 5 more to go before we finish that. Yeah, just occasionally you get a sports game that you haven't got. Tiger Woods 2004. I have 3, 5, 6, and 7, I think. I never had 4. How strange. At least I think that's the case. I might be talking crap now because I haven't got my phone with me. I'm pretty sure I got 3, 5, 6, and 7. Definitely got 6 and 5 because they were in the other pile. They've all seen a Tiger Wood game before. I've got the second game in the series, this one, so I've now got the first one. It is Amped. A heavy manual with this one. Good God, real weighty stuff. Amped. Total Club Manager 2004 with Martin O'Neill on the front. Not a game I've played ever. Not a massive fan of non-championship manager simulators, but call the shots and take them. Penultimate game in the pile, Need for Speed Most Wanted. No manual with this one, sadly. But I now got Underground 1 and 2 and this one. I think there's one more Need for Speed game on the Xbox. I think I have this. Do I have this on the PlayStation 2? No, I don't have it on the PlayStation 2. So there we go. That's the one with the black label. I've got the box for it, but I haven't got the actual game. And then the final game. This is Dark Summit. It's a game I have got on the PlayStation. I've got quite a decent PlayStation 2 already, but there we go. Dark Summit again. Not a particularly tricky game to find and track down. Some horrible looking facial rendering on that character there. As you can see, it really does look terrible. Dark Summit, which I think is a cross between sort of like snowboarding and adventure. And another box that I filed, the click test. What a strange idea that was. And there we go. Wow, I mean, as sort of like donations to my collection go, that one, you know, knocked it right out of the park, my friend. Jagsy, thank you so much indeed. I've been buzzing about this since I got the box. It's just been absolutely amazing. I'm just sorry I haven't got this video done a bit sooner. But this is just amazing. This is absolutely fantastic, and by far and away some of the greatest. You know, I don't want to knock everybody else down, but possibly the greatest thing anybody's ever sort of donated to me. And I've done swaps with people, I've done trades with people, I've bought stuff off people, and people just sent me stuff because they don't want it anymore. It's just brilliant to receive something like that. So I'm absolutely thrilled to bits to get this. The steering wheel, I mean the bag. I mean the steering wheel, the bag, and the box would have been enough. That would have done it. But to, you know, get a stack of games there, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Xbox games, a Mega Drive, a Wii, 4 DS games, some Infinity figures, some controllers, and some loose discs as well. Probably that's another 6 games, 8 games in the loose discs. There's probably 22 games out of that. That just be sent. That is just fantastic. It really is. So thank you so much again. And please get in touch. I want to give you something for this. We did have a brief conversation about it, but I don't feel I can sort of just accept this. So we will talk about that. In the meantime, if you have enjoyed this video, do that thing there. If you've enjoyed that, rummage through a great collection of stuff there. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much indeed for your time. It's wonderful to have so many people tuning in and enjoying these videos. Please do let me know what you think below. Like, subscribe, comment, tick the bell, do all that stuff. Tell your friends. That's a wrap. Thanks very much indeed for watching. This is the Retro Bear saying toodaloo for now. We'll see you again very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.